Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, there is a red subscribe button. Click it so you can see every time I upload a new video. So today I am going to finally be doing Mia Rose's 3-month update. And at this point, she's a little bit closer to 4 months, but that's okay. I'm covering everything from 2 months and 3 months because the last update I did with her was her 1 month. And I kind of decided that nothing changes every month, like something changes every month, but not enough for me to kind of like bombard you guys with a bunch of videos. So I decided I'm gonna kind of do certain milestones. So today I am doing her 3-month update. I was also waiting for her doctor's appointment so I could have some other information to share. That's why this video is a little bit later than I would like it to be. So the first thing that I am going to break, so basically the breakdown is I'm going to talk about feeding, talk about sleep, talk about developments, and then I'll talk about myself, postpartum, my postpartum update. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is feeding, and she from the very beginning had a good latch. She's never really had any problems with food. She wants to eat a lot, she wants to eat frequently, she's always been gaining weight, but she had a great latch from when she was first born, and she still has a really great latch, so that's really good. I don't have to worry about that. She's gotten really used to her pillow. So the pillow that I use is the My Breast Friend pillow, and I love it so much. I use it all the time. I have one here, and I did buy a second one. I keep it at my parents' house. So the only downfall with that is she's become very used to feeding on the pillow, that when I go out in public and I have to hold her in my arms, it's like she doesn't like how it feels, and it's a little bit uncomfortable for her. And also because I have to cover her with the nursing cover, she doesn't really like it. So she's gotten really used to her pillow, which is a good thing and also kind of a bit of a bad thing. She likes to eat for comfort, so she'll eat because she's hungry, but she'll also eat as a comfort to go to sleep or to kind of settle herself. She doesn't like to take the bottle. She was taking the bottle at the beginning a little bit. The bottles that I was using were the Medela bottles and the Calma nipple, and in the beginning she never really liked bottles. She's always wanted, you know, to feed directly from me. I would pump and I would use the breast milk, but she still wasn't taking to the bottle at all. So she was taking it here and there, and she would take it for, you know, little bits of time, but she wasn't 100% comfortable with it. But in the last few weeks I've noticed she'll refuse it from everybody, because usually Huang could kind of get her to take it, more so than my parents, but even from him she'll just scream, and she will refuse to eat if you're trying to give her the bottle. So I don't know if it's the nipple, maybe the nipple is too hard. I know this one was good for dealing with colic and all this stuff, but they do have some other bottles that do that as well. But I just bought these ones because the Medela bottles came with my breast pump, so I bought these nipples because they go with the bottles. So now we're gonna try a new bottle. I did get 2 different sets of bottles at my baby shower. So I got the Tommy Tippy starter kit, and I also got the Juvie kit. So I did buy the Tommy Tippy, so the next time that I'm out and somebody has to watch her, I'm gonna try that and see if maybe it's the nipple. It could be that the flow is not enough or something. So I'm gonna try and find other options to see if she'll take those better, because I want her to be able to, you know, eat while I'm gone and be able to kind of get out and feel comfortable leaving her. And I also don't want whoever's watching her to feel stressed because she hates the bottle. That's pretty much it for feeding. The next thing is sleeping. So she sleeps really well, like a champ. She sleeps through the night at this point. She'll go down usually about 11 o'clock. And I know that's kind of late, but I guess I don't feel bothered by it because I'm home. And I much rather her go to sleep when I go to sleep, because the earlier she sleeps is the earlier she wakes up. So she goes down about 11, and she will wake up somewhere, I would say around 6 o'clock, 6 or 7, and she'll eat and she'll go back down, and she'll usually wake up somewhere around 10, 11. Latest she does is like 12 o'clock. So she sleeps quite a bit and she's really good. If she goes down at 9 o'clock, then you know she'll probably wake up to feed a little bit earlier, maybe around 3 in the morning. So I prefer her to go down late. I know it's not the greatest routine. A lot of people will put their babies down earlier, but this is just kind of what's worked for us, and the timing that she's been on, that's the schedule she's always kind of put herself on, and that's when she goes down for her final sleep. And for now it works. I know, you know, at some point we'll kind of switch it up, but that's what works for her right now. When she does wake up for the day, she's usually awake for about 2 to 2.5 hours at a time before she starts to get tired and she wants to go down for a nap. So it's gradually increased, because before, in the beginning, she wouldn't be up. She'd be up for half hour and she wanted to sleep 45 minutes. So now she's up for about 2 to 2.5 hours before you notice she starts to get really sleepy. And she's still sleeping in her DockATot in the playpen in our room, and I showed that in the newborn must-haves what that setup looks like, and that's where she sleeps and she's most comfortable. She does her naps in there as well. And so for development, she now weighs 14.5 pounds and her height is 63 centimeters. She recognizes faces, although she was really good at that from the beginning, recognizing faces, recognizes voices. When she hears a sound, she'll turn in response to it. When her name is called, she'll turn. She's found her little baby voice, so she will talk at the top of her lungs, which is kind of like screaming, but she's content. And she'll kind of want to have conversations with people. She loves to interact with others. That's what her favorite thing to do, is not to just like play on her own, which she will for a while, but she really loves interaction. She will sit on her lounger and just kind of talk to you in her little baby talk and have you talk back to her. She just loves it. She rolls over from her tummy to her back, mostly when she's on tummy time, which she does not like. She doesn't like tummy time because she's doing all the motions, she's ready to crawl, she's ready to move, but nothing's happening, so it frustrates her and then she starts to cry. But she will roll from her tummy to her side to her back when she's not interested in it. She's drooling a lot, chewing her hands, which the doctor says is a sign that she is getting ready for teething. She won't get teeth for quite some time, but for like a few months, but she's getting all the motions and the sensations of it, so that's normal. She'll grab objects. She's discovered her hands, so she will grab anything that's in her vicinity. She'll grab my shirt, you know, she'll grab her clothes, anything like that, hair and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it for what she's doing. Well, for me, postpartum, everything is obviously healed. It's been a couple months. The only thing was that I was having bleeding for quite a few weeks, way past 6 weeks. I want to say for 8 to 10 weeks I had bleeding. That's because I had a little bit of retained placenta, just a small piece, but basically the bleeding was away and I had a lot of cramps and my body was trying to kind of expel it, so I was getting a lot of bleeding, I was getting clots, a lot of cramping for quite a few weeks. I went for a few ultrasounds just to see, and then finally, I think it was over the Easter weekend, it kind of resolved and the retained placenta passed. And so ever since then I've been great, no bleeding, no cramping, no nothing, so that's really great. I'm glad that's dealt with, because if not, they were gonna have to go in and remove it or try to give me something to, you know, get rid of it, and that would have been more effort. I would have had to not been able to breastfeed because I would have been under anesthetics, and so it really worked out really well that it kind of just, you know, removed itself on its own, and my body made it do what it needed to do, even though the bleeding and the cramping and everything wasn't fun. But overall, I'm good to go now. At this point, I am going to start to lose my baby weight. I say baby weight because basically all the weight that I gained when pregnant with her, I did lose that when I had her, because all that weight was her. But I did have weight from before I was pregnant that I was not too happy with, and I was trying to, you know, lose more weight before I got pregnant. So I'm going to start to go back to doing that, going back to exercising, things like that. I've had to wait a little bit longer to exercise because of the retained placenta and the bleeding. So now I'm kind of ready to get back on that train. I'm doing well. Everything is good, and everything is good with Mia Rose. So I'm just gonna show you guys her so you guys can see what she looks like. She's such a cutie. Okay, so here is Mia Rose. She is, I'm sorry, I know, she's super cute. I mean, she's my baby, but like she's really, really cute. As you guys can tell, she has a lot of hair, but you knew she was born with a lot of hair. But it's gotten so long and it's super unruly, and it used to be straight, which is from Huang, but my curly hair is kicking in, so her hair is starting to get quite curly, but it's very long, and you can see that she's gotten darker since you guys saw her. She's my little caramel. But yeah, here she is. Look at these legs. They're just adorable. Oh my gosh, she's like not really interested. What's going on? Huh? You see the camera? Can you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody? Say hi. She was napping and then she woke up. She hasn't had a really, really good nap today, so she's a little bit out of it. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that is it for Mia Rose's 3-month update and my 3-month postpartum update. That's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And we will see you guys in our next video. Right? So see you next time. Oh boy. Love you guys. Bye.